3-lap race here at Mid-Ohio, is the 40th IndyCar race at this famed circuit, and Colton Herta will lead the field of green.
I'll tell you, teamwork makes the dream work. In those first 4 rows, you've got 2 cars from 4 teams, and I would expect some gamesmanship. You just heard Kyle Kirkwood talk about the advantage starting to nose to tail with teammate Kyle Kirkwood, but you've got Team Penske RLL drivers in the mix. As we look further down the list, there's some other teammate cars, namely Rossi, Grosjean, and Newgarden, that will not be happy starting that far back.
Yeah, a couple big hitters there. Erickson, Rosenquist, Rossi, Grosjean, Newgarden, and then further back, Ryan Hunter-Reay doing a great job, only 1 position off his teammate, Rinus VeeKay. You see Castro-Neves flying the flag there for Meyer Shank Racing after Pagenaud unable to participate in qualifying.
And Diff, we'll be watching the Orange 5, the Papaya.
A fast race car, nothing you could do about it. What happened this time around that's going to make you start from the back?
I mean, it was obviously my mistake. I just feel for the team. We had a really fast car, but that doesn't mean we can't go forward tomorrow, right? So, yeah, well, it's just it was all on me on that one, and I lost the rear, and it got to an angle where I couldn't save it, and then stalled it as soon as I got into the grass. So yeah, it's just freaking sucks.
Is that indicative of how tight it is? You know, I've talked to probably 8 different drivers that think they have a fast 6, maybe even a pole car. So you first got to advance, and that's not a given.
No, I mean, it's just you're taking these cars to the limit, and sometimes these things will happen, right? It's probably not going to be the last time it happens, and you just got to look forward into, you know, at least this isn't the race. This is just qualifying, and the race is super long, so we can make a lot of spots, and when you have you know, a comfortable car underneath you, and you know, we'll go forward tomorrow. There's no doubt in my mind.
Bad news for Pato O'Ward, good news for race fans, because he will be entertaining coming from back there. Will be the highest starting rookie tomorrow, but I know you had higher expectations. Still, so challenging to learn these new tracks. What have you been dealing with this weekend, and how close are you?
Yeah, further off than I would have liked, honestly. We've been struggling through practice this weekend, and I was hoping for a miracle. I wouldn't have minded some rain, but yeah, we just didn't have the pace in that run. My lap felt quite okay. I think that I've just got to learn this track a bit better. Yesterday it felt like I was yeah, a bit on the back foot having to learn this place, but I think you can win from anywhere here at Mid-Ohio, so there's no reason why we can't.
So halfway through the season now, where does this rate as far as difficult to pick it up and the time available?
Yeah, this has probably been the most difficult track to learn, honestly. Just there's so many tricks, and obviously I don't want to make any excuses because that's part of it, but yeah, if I had another practice session, I think it would have helped me a lot, but next time.
Thank you, Marcus. Dylan.
Rinus VeeKay was 8th, make it through. Dylan?
Well, he will end up 17th, but some progress from Road America. And let's just talk kind of about the fact that this is your second weekend in this car with this team now. Are things getting better? Do you feel like progress is being made just from one weekend to the next?
Yeah, I mean, the team's done a phenomenal job adapting to this this whole situation in a short amount of time. So, yeah, still obviously we're both learning together, and you know, they're trying to come to me on what I need grip-wise, and it's still kind of the same scenario. Road America, I'm just lacking mid-corner front grip, which is a big lap time robber here, and in this series in general on road and street circuits. So we're working on that. The good thing is we have a direction. We made the car a lot better from where we started. So we're heading, you know, we're trending in the right direction on that. Just head down, focusing on our own task list, and yeah, having a good time doing it.
Thanks, Ryan. Kevin.
Marcus. Dylan.
Rinus VeeKay was 8th in that session, so he will not advance. No, you also were kind of battling some balance things in practice earlier. Do you feel like you got that closer, or what were you missing there?
Yeah, we were just struggling with understeer in practice. You know, with all those elevation changes, of course, the front kind of takes off when you go down, so we couldn't really master that. But I think at the end, like after this practice session before qualifying, I think we made really good changes, and yeah, just kind of missed it. I think we have other issues to battle now on the balance, but at least I think we got rid of our biggest weaknesses. So I'm proud of the Bitcoin crew. They did a good job, and I think we have a fast race car. Our pace is pretty good, so I mean, I finished fourth last year in this race, so I love this place. Hopefully I can pass two guys on the outside again in turn 6, and that'll help.
Yeah, that was exciting. How tough is it to nail the balance here with as many different twists and elevation turns and things that it takes to be fast here?
It is very hard and very sensitive. So you know, it's a pretty tight track, and the talent in IndyCar right now, it's incredible. It's so hard to, you know, it's so tight to get to the top and advance. But I think we did a pretty good job, pretty good effort, and the car did what I asked, and now, you know, now we figured that out. There's some other stuff we need to battle, but I think, yeah, it's you know, it's a crazy track with all these elevation changes, and I mean, pretty good progression, and we'll get him tomorrow in the race.
Rinus will start 16th tomorrow. Yeah, just missed it there in this first round of Group B. So I know you guys made some changes between practice 1, practice 2, and then again between qualifying sessions. So what more did you need there?
We messed up the tire pressure. We got them wrong. So shame, happens. I mean, the car was there, but we messed up the tire pressure, so couldn't do anything.
Is 14th, which is where you'll start tomorrow. How do you feel about that? It's better maybe than it's been the last couple of weeks, but trending in the right direction perhaps?
No, I disagree. I think we should be up there. We've got 2 sticker pole on the car. We should have more. So yeah, it is what it is. A mistake shouldn't have happened, but we're going to work, and good news, the race tomorrow.
All right, that's Rahal Grosjean. He's going to try to charge from 14th tomorrow, Kevin.
Marcus, let's see if Alex can talk to us real quick. Sorry, we're on live. What were you missing?
I mean, really everything. Like, we're trying to figure it out. It's disappointing. You know, I don't know that we thought we had a car for pole, but I think we should have gotten out of our group.
Go, let's get back to work.
It's closer to the front this year, Kevin.
Marcus, Erickson will start 9th, needed about 3/10. You spent a couple of extra minutes in the car and then kind of looking at data a little bit. I wonder sometimes, is it confusing? Do you look at where are we missing? How did the car feel?
Yeah, I mean, it's always so tight in these sessions. I think, you know, Q1 was really good. We were P1 in our group, and then we did some small changes for Q2 to sort of predict the track, and I think maybe with hindsight that wasn't the best. Still, the car felt pretty good. I did 2 clean laps. They were very consistent. We were just missing a little bit there in Q2, and you know, in this field, that's enough to be bumped, unfortunately. So, a bit disappointing.
So from what you felt in practice, what are the chances of moving forward all the way to the front from 9th?
Pretty good. I think, you know, we're always really strong on race day. I think that's been our that's our best day, and it's been for a few years. So I'm pretty confident, and still within, you know, inside the top 10 is still a decent place to start from. And then we don't know what the weather will do. It was supposed to rain now, and it's blue skies. So we'll see tomorrow what it does. But I'm still feeling confident, and then, you know, I believe in the 8th car and then the 8th crew. We can move forward tomorrow.
Thank you, Marcus Erickson. Second in the championships.
Laughlin will roll from just in front of him in 8th, and man, it's so tight, it's so close, and you got to be perfect. How would you evaluate your laps?
I think they were really good. You know, some of my best laps of the weekend. I think we've made the car, the Good Rancher Chevy, a lot better. We just missed it. It's IndyCar, so tight. So yeah, we'll work. We can win from 8th. Really proud of everyone. A lot of perseverance here this weekend, working hard. Who knows what the weather's going to bring, and see what we got.
It seemed like, and I talked to Kyle about this before the session, your guys' car was pretty maneuverable this morning. Is that something that you felt like you didn't have on those laps there, or was that not the case?
No, we keep making it better. It's just, you know, I just missed one of my corners, and you miss it by a little bit. It is what it is. But, you know, really proud of everyone. Good Ranchers Chevy. Like we said, we can win from 8th. I think me and Will are the first couple of Chevys, so we'll be pushing hard from there and see how we go.
All right, he'll start next to his teammate tomorrow and go for his 2nd straight Mid-Ohio win. Thoughts on his laps? So just missed the fast 6, but how did those laps feel?
Good, yeah. Our car felt really good. Just obviously ultra tight. Looks like there's, you know, everyone in front of us are Honda, so maybe they're just suiting their engine a little bit, this condition being very humid. But honestly, there's not many places. I could have done a bit better with the tire prep on the first lap. I didn't anticipate having to back up in 4, 5, 6, and probably didn't have the tire temp for the first sector, but man, not for me. I mean, I was quicker in the first round, but maybe the track slowed up. It's everything I had.
All right, it's always changing here at Mid-Ohio. Will Power finished 3rd last year after going to the back, and he'll start much closer to the front this year, Kevin. Just having a chat with Chip Ganassi. So, okay, take us through the decision for the tires on that last run. Why did you guys opt to go with the direction that you went?
It was tough. I mean, we didn't really know. We had little time running on the used alternates in practice one, so we were like, maybe it's safer to go on the sticker primaries. Colton showed that it was doable, so we just lacked a little bit. Wasn't a perfect lap, but happy with P4 today.
That's right. Alex Palou going to start outside of row 2 tomorrow.
All right, let's check out the
Autosport. It's the second best start for Kyle Kirkwood in third. You had the decision to make as well, and it was split. You went for a second set of alternate reds.
Yep.
Are you now thinking, oh, maybe the primaries are the way to go, or was that what your car needed?
No, I mean, honestly, both Colton and I's car are pretty similar. We were talking back and forth, and it was I think it was the right call to split the strategy a little bit. But honestly, I don't think that he made the right call, to be honest, and he still put it on pole. He just drove super well and definitely put in a really good lap there. It's kind of funny. I mean, that's like, you couldn't ask for better starting positions, to be honest. I mean, front row lockout's great, but 1-3 is probably really good for this place because being on the inside for turn 1 here is pretty crucial. So I couldn't be happier with Andretti Autosport's performance this weekend. We've kind of gone from like just inside the top 10 to obviously fighting for the pole. Yeah, we actually had a really good lap going there. I was actually going quicker than my Q1, but Colton dropped the tire out of 1 and sabotaged me a little bit, dropped a little bit of dirt on the track, and I went sailing into turn 2. But no, I mean, it was great between us both. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better than that.
Kyle Kirkwood will start third tomorrow, right behind his teammate, Colton Herta. Dylan.
Let's catch up with Alex Palou. Just winning Colton on the front row is Graham Rahal at his home racetrack. We have well documented everything that has gone on this year. How special is this to not only do it in general, but just to do it here too?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great time to get the fifth third bank car up front and running well. So obviously we got a lot of laps tomorrow to keep it there. You know, I'm so proud of everybody at RLL. On the 15 car, of course, the 30, 45. Everybody's just done an amazing job keeping their heads down in the midst of a tough season. We get 3 cars in the top 12 again here. And Christian and I go on to the Fast 6 and battle it out. But, man, I'm not going to lie. I thought it was a good lap, you know, and I knew it was solid. So I was bummed to not get a pole. But it's a heck of a lot further forward than I'm used to starting. So I'm super proud of this guy, Eddie, and Adam, and everybody, Mike Cicerelli, everybody on this team that have kept their head down, pushed hard.
You guys opted to use reds at the end when some others went new primaries. Why was that the right call for your car?
You know, just gut feeling. I actually didn't use a second set of new blacks this morning when most people did, just to keep them for Fast 6, and we ended up not using them. So we got tons of tires for tomorrow, but, you know, the reality is that the gut felt that the pace of the reds was just far enough ahead that it's going to be hard to get. And, you know, that was a really solid lap. You know, it wasn't too scruffy. I thought there was maybe a little bit here or there, but not, you know, 2 more tenths or something. And, you know, we only missed it by 400s, but that's IndyCar racing right now. I think there's, 4 of us within 600s or 700s, you know, less than a tenth in the top 2. So we're good. But our race pace, I think, is better than our qualifying pace. So I'm excited for tomorrow.
All right, that may be bad news for everybody else. Graham Rahal going to start second. That's his best career qualifier.
Second this season, number 11 in his very young career. So tell me about the thought process. Some went to use reds, including your teammate. You decided for the primaries. There's Kyle Kirkwood. Good run for him. How did you get it done?
I mean, it was a tough call. It seemed like reds and blacks were pretty close on second run and new. So it wasn't an easy one, but, you know, they gave me a good car that was good on both tire compounds, so we had the option to run both. And, yeah, the Cambridge Honda was flying, and yeah, just really happy to get 2 in a row.
Hey, it's a good birthday present for your new strategist, Uncle Rob Edwards, the COO of Andretti. Happy 60th birthday, Rob, right?
Yeah, he's still around here. I'm glad that he's still here and not retired. But yeah, can't wait for tomorrow. Obviously, with Rob on the stand, hopefully we can get him an even better birthday present, and that's a win.
I got a trophy for you here. The NTT Pole Award presented to you. Colton Herta leads the field to the green at Mid-Ohio tomorrow afternoon on USA. To Dylan.
And joining